everyone, welcome to Everything Stitching. In this video, we are going to be doing something a little bit different. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make a staggered spike stitch. These are really fun to make, especially if you're making something like a blanket or a scarf, something that's kind of either square or rectangular shaped. It lends really well to this type of stitch. And I thought a lot of you might be really interested in learning how to do it. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a swatch of the staggered spike stitch to show you guys how to do it. What you're going to want to do is whatever project you're going to make sure that you chain an equal amount, okay? That's what you need for this particular stitch. So what I did was I chained 20 and then I did 2 rows of single crochet. So super simple, just chain 20 when you want to get started with it. Do 2 rows, sorry, of single crochet. Sorry, Cashew was hitting me and I wasn't really paying attention. Okay, now in order to make this staggered spike stitch look really good, and the whole idea of this stitch is that you need contrasting colors, okay? So whatever contrasting colors you want to go with, I mean, go with black and white, go with black and pink, like anything, right? As long as they're contrasting. So what I went with is these two. They are the exact same brand and weight and everything, so that's why I'm going with these ones. And because we're just making a swatch, like a sample, there's no need for me to like make sure I have a whole skein of it, right? Okay, so here we go. We have the chain 20, and then we have 2 rows of single crochet. Now, for row number 3, we're going to actually change our color to the purple. So what I'm going to need to do is go back just 1 stitch, because I actually completed that stitch, but I actually need to change my row. So when I change my color, this is how I like to do it. I like to basically complete half of my stitch, and then before I complete the other half of it, I like to pull in my new color. It gives a really nice seamless color change, and I like how to do it. So I'm just finishing my single crochet with my new color, and then what I like to do is just very simply tie just a very loose knot to my my green color, or my first color, just to keep it from coming undone. Now don't tie it tight or anything, because for the staggered spike stitch, you're actually going to be using this color as you work your way up. So don't cut off this one, and don't tie too tight to that first color that you're on. Just kind of leave it hanging until you're ready to use it, okay? So what we did was we got that one started. Now we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to turn our work, and then we're going to single crochet into every stitch of this round, okay? So just like we've been doing this whole time, we're just single crocheting. So I'm just going to go ahead and single crochet all the way back down the row, and then the next row is when we actually get to start working with this staggered stitch, or spike stitch, and that's where it gets fun and exciting. So the first couple of rows are boring, and just be patient because once you finally get to the next row, then you finally get to start working on spike stitch. Okay, so go ahead and continue going, single crochet all the way down, and then you're going to chain 1, do another row of single crochet, because before we can start the spike stitch, we need 2 rows of single crochet in the first color, and then 2 rows of single crochet in the second color. Then once you have 2 rows of both color, then we can start our spike stitch. So I'm just going to complete the 2 rows and then show you guys how we actually do this fun stitch, which is why we're all here. But in order to make that happen, the boring part must be done. Okay, so I finished that row. Now before I complete that stitch, I'm going to actually bring up my first color and go back to my green. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, and I'm going to single crochet into the first stitch of this row. Okay, now is where we get started with the actual the spike stitch. So what we need to do is insert your hook into basically, how would we put this? Not the stitch right below, but the second stitch over, but in that first color. So you're dropping all the way down to here. You're going to insert your hook, you're going to yarn over and pull up all the way to your lined up to where your single crochet is, and finish off like a normal single crochet. Okay, now then the next stitch you're going to do a single crochet, then the same thing. So in between all of your spike stitches, you want to be skipping a stitch, okay? Because it's going to make a difference later. Okay, so then you're going to get your hook, insert again, way down at the bottom or the top of that first color, and then complete it like as if it's a single crochet. Then the next stitch, do a single crochet, and then just continue to work your way all the way back. So it looks quite confusing, but it's actually not too difficult to create this look. And as you go and you make a whole bunch of these, the pattern just looks really cool. And the more contrasting your colors are that you choose to work with, you know, the cooler it'll look as well. But I mean, obviously you can go with similar colors. I'm getting a little tangled. Similar colors, and that's totally fine. You're just going to end up with a different result. So I'm just going to keep working on this, and then when we get down to the end of this row, I will show you guys what is the next step. Okay, so then I finished that row. Then I am going to chain 1, turn my work, and then for this row you're just going to do a single crochet all the way back down. So then don't be doing the spike stitch on this one, because we need to now build our regular base up again before we do another row of the spike stitch. So just every single stitch, do your single crochet until you get back down to the end of this row. Okay, so then for row 7, what you're going to want to do is color change back to, well, for me it would be purple, and whatever your color is. So color change, and then always chain 1. And then now we're going to work on adding our second row of spike stitch. So to do that, in the first stitch you do a single crochet, okay, and then in the second stitch you're also going to do a single crochet, because when you're doing this you want to make sure that you're staggering your spike stitches. So this row was, we did 1 single crochet and then we did it, and this one we needed to do 2. Now what we're going to do is we want to put our spike stitch here, so it's in between these two spike stitches. So now get your hook, insert it, pull up, and then finish it off like a regular single crochet. And then that's just what you're going to do. So once again, you're going to do single crochet, and then insert your hook and bring it up to do your staggered stitch, and just continue on with that pattern. Okay, and then once you finish that row, chain one, and then you need to do one more row, or not one more row, but another row of single crochet. So remember, every time you do a row of your staggered spike stitch, then you want to make sure that you're also then doing a row of single crochet after that. And that's how you get like that foundation row of single crochet in order to be able to do that staggered stitch into it for the next time. And that's basically the entire pattern. Now that you've gone through this many rows, this is how you make the staggered stitch, right? The staggered spike stitching. Is you're gonna set your foundation of you're doing 2 rows of single crochet, then you're going to do your staggered spike stitch, making sure that you're staggering your spike stitches in between each one, and that you always add in your row of single crochet in between to make this really cool pattern happen. So I'm just going to work on this until I get to a point where I think it's a pretty good looking sample to show you guys. Well, here we are, we finished our sample of doing the staggered spike stitch. As you can see, let's see if I can zoom in right there. You're going to see these spikes happening in both colors, right, as you move up your rows. So you can see how when you make a afghan or scarf, anything that's, you know, really long or square, you're going to really see this pattern, and it looks really, really pretty. Now you can make alterations to this, right, where you do more single crochet rows in between before you stagger. You can stagger further. You can really play with this, but this is the idea of it. And then from here you stagger as much or as little as you want. So as you can see here, I staggered more, here I did less, because I wanted to show you guys the difference of what you guys can do. See, that one's more, these ones are less, just to give you an idea. So play around with it, have fun. Go, I mean, you can even go like literal, like rows down if you want to make a very bold statement. So have fun with this. I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to leave me any comments below letting me know if there's any other techniques or stitches or ideas of some things that you want to know how to do. I'd be more than happy to make you guys a video to show you guys how to do it. All right, until next time, I'll see you guys later. And as always, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.